Welcome everybody to the Onward VR Master League. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. I'm joined by my co-caster Wookie with 1. How are you today?
I'm doing good, NightFiree. How you doing?
Oh, I'm excellent. I'm looking forward to an exciting VRML matchup in week number 3 of Season 9. G-Men versus Animal House. Pretty lengthy rivalry, if you will, throughout the course of the VR Master League. They've faced each other numerous times, but I don't believe that Animal House have taken a series from G-Men in the history of them playing each other.
They have not. They have played. So Animal House has played against G-Men 5 times. Way back, starting in season 4, and they have never won against G-Men ever.
Well, since we're going to get into this series pretty shortly, we should talk about rosters, because over on Animal House's squad, there are some new additions. You have Green Theft, Lipinski, Steven, Wicked Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Nolamite, Phonic, and Semper. They recognize a few of those folks from the old Mob Squad team.
Wherein people say Mob House sometimes, just for your jokes, you know?
Or Animal Squad.
Yeah, exactly.
There's multiples. Over on G-Men's, we have the tried and true roster: The Man, 404, Biggie Smalls, Leo Marvin, Miracle Dev, Brass to Mouth, Poopachu, and Zach Fontaine. And I would say this season in particular, that consistent roster is looking very good. They took a series against Globochem last week, and they're looking really strong.
They really are. They're looking pretty scary.
Yeah.
I mean, Animal House has quite a match ahead of them, I gotta say. I'm looking forward to see how they approach this. I mean, will they finally win against G-Men, or are they gonna, continue the lose streak? We'll find out.
Yes, we will. We do have to wait for both squads to get their rosters into the lobby, get their players in, but that should be underway. And it does give us time to briefly discuss the pick bands and where we're going to be headed for map number 1. Coming in from G-Men, we do have the Q1 band, and coming in from Animal House, we have the Downfall band.
That's right. It's interesting because both teams, their most played map is Bazaar, with pretty much the same exact win percentage. So I kind of was hoping to see them jump into Bazaar on round 1, but yeah, it's exciting to see them jump into Cargo for the first map. As for the bans, yeah, I can see why that they banned Quarantine, because Animal House has like a 50% win rate, and they're pretty, I think that they just beat SMC last week on it pretty bad, if I am not mistaken. And then for the Downfall ban from Animal House, I completely understand why they would ban that too, because currently G-Men have a 71% win rating on Downfall, which is, I didn't know that it was that high until I checked, but
it's insanely high. That's a really high percentage for how long they've been in the league.
Yeah, they've played it total 24 times, and they've won it 17 of those. So, I mean, it's scary. I would ban Downfall too.
Pretty easy decision made right there for you based off the numbers, for sure. But
no kidding.
Yeah, we're certainly not going to be seeing very much at least, long range. There are some other options on there for long range now with Snow Peak and a few other maps that have some long angles, but we are going to stay with the short range theme. We'll be going to Cargo for map number 1.
It's just one of those maps that just starts off with a bang, and I think they want to jump into this hard.
That was my thought too.
G-Men especially. They just want to knock the wind out of their sails early, I would suspect.
Yeah, and G-Men has done some pretty good work on Cargo in the past, going up against just a host of competitors. It's quite impressive what they've been able to put together, at least in Season 9. On this map, and I'm looking forward to them going up against Animal House, because Animal House is looking really good this season too. They were undefeated until they went up against beginners.
Yeah, they're looking really great, and I mean, G-Men, I would expect them to do a lot of those great shield plays that we've seen a lot, especially throughout the last season. So expect the man doing his usual shield tricks, and I wonder if Animal House will start using some of that shield as well. I'm not quite sure if any of the Mob Squad guys are keen on the shield or not, but I expect it'll be very shield heavy matchup today, one way or another.
Yeah, I know that G-Men have the rifle shield duo pretty locked down. Something that they have broken out here on Cargo, and it does look like we do now have both teams in the lobby ready to go. They're not going to wait any longer since everyone's here. We're going to fire it off into round number 1 of map 1 in this G-Men vs Animal House series. Wookie, before we really get into it, I am going to get your predictions. Who do you think is going to come out on top in the series?
You want my predictions after everything we've been through together?
No, it's okay to give it now. It's risky to do things mid-game, so quick. True.
Well, I gotta say, G-Men, we recently scrimmed them on Mayhem, and they didn't do so good. So I wouldn't be surprised if Animal House comes out on Cargo.
Okay. Well, G-Men are kicking it off pretty good. I'm gonna side with my ex-team, G-Men, and maybe not hopefully, but we'll see how they perform today. Some nades coming in and getting pretty close.
I don't know how that grenade didn't take him out, but I love this duo team, this shield teamwork going on right now between Zach and the man.
Yeah, they've had pretty good command of this little hallway, this little gap since the start of this round. And the man and Zach Fontaine pushing up. And here come the smokes, heavy and thick. Willow's getting a little worried. He rotates out. He gets picked off by 404 of F. Lipinski, able to find Brass the Mouse. Shots are ringing out across the round. Here comes the push in from Zach Fontaine. He's on objective in the smokes. He's got Pat out. He's going to try punching it in while the suppressive fire rains down on Lipinski. He's not pushing forward. He's not checking. And G-Men.
Woo! Wow.
What's going on? Because I feel like I've seen so many round 1, map 1 caps in this season.
It
doesn't
doesn't
help
help
a lot.
It is. It happened to us too when we were casting Rome.
It happened with me with Xandria the other day. I just don't know what's happening. Maybe these teams are not coming in, warmed up or prepared. But G-Men, that was they got those 2 picks. Then they hadn't used any utility to get them. So that once they had those picks, the smokes came in. They had the advantage in numbers. Just a nicely executed play there from G-Men.
It was like smokes everywhere. That's a sign. This is one of the easiest caps on Cargo to cap on. Especially with all those smokes everywhere. So I think that may have been just they caught him off guard kind of issue.
See if Animal House can do the same. I'm really curious how they're going to approach this objective. They are not a team you can sit back and rest on your laurels while you play, just because B-Men have gotten this early lead. It may actually end up hurting them. B-Men don't come in here strong this next round. Animal House have an opportunity to kind of use maybe a little false confidence to their advantage and bounce back.
No, absolutely. That's the thing. Sometimes, you think that, this will be easy. We just capped round 1. It's like, no, a
lot more points on the board need to be secured.
Exactly.
Suppressive fire battle. Will-O-Wisp finding Zach Fontaine, kicks it off for Animal House the best way possible. Our Semper crossing and the eyes on 404's direction. Now he's definitely eyes on 404, picking off Will-O-Wisp as he gets a little over aggressive on the corner. And now 404 maybe getting a little over aggressive here. His back exposed. Semper misses shots. He does finally secure the kill, and Animal House keep their advantage 4-3.
Oh, Semper finds Brassamouth with a beautiful headshot from the left.
Pretty aggressive, pushing up in here through this metal crate. Nade coming in, going to be a bit too far, I believe. inside. And yeah, I think Animal House is targeting a cap opportunity right here. You see Wicked Hex coming in. A fantastic flash from the man. Gets Steven and Hex. Down they go. Can the man find 3? Lipinski with the trade. Animal House.
Ooh, man. And our Sepper runs up on it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
come
just
on,
a few
guys, I'm here.
Yeah. A few seconds too late. But man, I mean, that was a great answer back, right? Especially if they keep that momentum.
The only way it could have gone better is if Animal House had gotten the cap. Like, excellent job answering back on their Marsoc round. Now they go into the Volk round on a different objective, much easier to defend. They can even things 2-2. That swings momentum pretty heavily into their favor, and then G-Men are battling back. So a big round coming up here, honestly.
No kidding. I think that they did a great push. Maybe they could have used a bit more smokes, but man, that flashbang just countered them so hard from the man.
It was a really great toss, and it's good that Lipinski picked him up because the man could have then rotated around and at least challenged our Semper, but our Semper was looking pretty good over there too. He had snagged himself a few kills.
Yeah, he did, and he was running over there with the tablet out. It was a pretty ballsy move.
Yeah, that is true. But they had kill counts. They knew they had 2 down. They're in a very similar position to the G-Men offense last round, and that they had those kills. They knew they had them, and everybody was still alive when they made their push. So good job from Animal House. Really nice coordinated attempt there. And now they have to try and stack rounds here and secure themselves a bulk of defense as we hop into round 3.
Wow, that was quite a throw on that smoke grenade.
Yeah, couldn't ask for much better placement, denying vision along that lane, but Animal House aren't pushing up. They know the objective. This is one that you really don't have to invest anybody up into a forward position. You keep everybody tight.
That's what I heard, was it Wicked saying? He was like, or Steven was reminding everyone to stay tight.
In his own creative way.
Yeah, of course. Steven.
One behind top one.
They've caught a little bit of that audio at the start of their round. But yeah, they're well aware of their objective and what they have to do here. You see the duo, Zach Fontaine and the man pairing up again with the shield and rifle. Probably be a pretty standard duo for the entirety of their offensive rounds. Interestingly enough, G-Men are pushing forward, expecting a bit of this tucked-in defense. 404 kind of getting right into this forward middle building and not being too concerned about what would normally be a bunch of eyes on him.
I like this slow, methodical push from G-Men. You know, they started off the round really fast, explosive, and now it's back. Marsoc's back to them, and they're going really slow.
They are slow walking, slow crouching, taking their time, assessing the angles. They're getting a lot of information for free here, too. Since no one's taken any shots, no one's really experienced any fire, they're clearing angles. And so they're slowly whittling down where exactly Animal House could be. That may open them up to nades, as we do see him coming out and getting close to Semper in the corner.
Yeah, aside from that early pre-fire, I haven't seen really anything at all between anybody. You have to, if you're defense, you have to be getting antsy right about now, especially with the smokes coming out. They're going for a cap. They're going for a cap here.
I think they want to maybe shock. C4 from Wicked Hex gets one.
404 sneaking over here right next to Flipinski.
Shots between Semper in the middle. 404 can't find the trade around the corner. Now it comes down to just one left alive on Animal House.
You mean G-Men?
Yeah, sorry, G-Men. Animal House actually dominating their defensive round right now. All 5 still alive. All 5 tucked in around objective. Brass has a huge order on his hands. Looking like Animal House are rebounding very nicely from that 2-0 cap.
Oh, nice. But Yeah.
He had the idea. He got tagged Wicked and
Yeah.
then was looking at Semper, but then he started to I think he went for the heal, and Semper capitalized on that downtime. Get the kill, and Animal House bounced right back from a pretty tough start, keeping things even 2-2 on Cargo. Got ourselves a nice series here.
Yeah, we sure do. This momentum building from Animal House really needs to cease. Otherwise, G-Men are going to find themselves in real trouble here. Looking back, it's like, where did it all go wrong, right? I mean, there were smokes on objective everywhere. There's like a whole line of smokes covering everything. So I think what went wrong was the C4. Well-placed C4 threw everything into chaos. That's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely getting that insta-kill, too, makes it incredibly effective, and that's why people take it.
Your shield is really strong until it's suddenly countered by C4, and then it's just like, oh, that hurts. That's a huge counter.
Really suppressing fire, early aggression, just a little bit for Zach Fontaine to get up there and throw some C4. A little bit of differing in defensive strategies here. The man in Brass Mouth opting to take control of cargo crates in the middle, whereas Animal House left these alone.
The man trying to shoot through that crack.
Wicked came to check it. Why he ran over there, so man had the right idea, but and I kill. If he tries to re-peek it, it's going to be bad news.
Let's see, does he know better?
Does not. Wicked Hex with a very nice pickup there. Patient. Snags one through the cracks. I'm sure man's pretty upset dying that way.
I'm sure. Oh, he doesn't blow the C4 in time. Brass Mouth is, I don't know. What, 2 C4? I'm confused. There's so much C4 right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Brass hasn't detonated that other one yet. It's right at his feet, and it would catch Willow out right now. Brass actually going to decide to push. Finds Willow. Wicked X on the other side of these crates. Doesn't hear these shots. Drops the nade at his feet. Flashes himself. Brass trades, and now they've got 2 blind in the center.
Whew, man. Zach gonna meet Willow or Wicked? Yeah, Zach finds Wicked right in the back. Right before Wicked confirmed him. Wow.
Semper not expecting him inside. Zach gets picked off by Steven, who was inspecting him there in the center, and in an odd exchange of blows, we're into a 2v1. 404 missing onto Steven. Steven's trying to retreat.
That was a really good retreat. He was quick and just out of there.
Yeah, he knew that he couldn't really make any moves from outside of that house, and outside of that room, excuse me. He has a lot more options if he has the entirety of the center to push up through, and got a lot of time too. 3:30 on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, 2v1 situation. It's possible for sure. If Steven plays his cards right, they still have 3 minutes, plenty of time to pull this off. Really, he's really worried about a flank though. I'm watching him in first-person view, and I can tell that he's watching his back, which is smart.
Maybe an indicator that he doesn't have an accurate kill count.
Ooh,
Only
good
2.
point.
Not really concerned about a flank.
Yeah, there's a lot of trades going on, a lot of back and forth. They probably didn't have time to call it out. Ooh, is he gonna? Yep.
The second one alive, ready for the rotation. Secures G-Men their defensive round and prevent Animal House from going with 3 unanswered points. Push their lead up 3-2.
He drifted right to his line of sight too. You're so cautious, and then you sprint for 1 minute, and they catch you. It's basically the same objective, more or less.
Yeah, but you need to have some different defensive positions. You don't have the availability to stay tucked in as much because smokes and potential to get into that square building and cap are there.
This is definitely a difficult one to, I should say tricky objective to defend.
See how Animal House opt to defend it. I imagine it'll look a bit different than their last Volk round. Probably a little bit more aggressive, but find out as we get into round number 5. Poor placement on the crates in the middle, and allows to tuck in. They're not putting anyone up too forward.
Uh-oh. Zach's controller just died. That's not good.
You got a shield to duck behind.
Yeah. Luckily. Only with the shield could you get away with that.
Hopefully he solves this, because it's certainly got to be playing an effect on their overall timing they want to push.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it looks like he's back up and good to go.
Yeah, and he doesn't use any comms here, staying quiet, just motioning to the man. Willow downs 404.
That was a brilliant grenade throw. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Oh wait, Willow might be peeking that crack, and he might see him get that revive. But Brassus, he's smoking them out, which is a smart move.
Lock that smoke in, keeps it on his chest as he goes, gets the res. Another nade comes in, but it's just a flash into the center. Now C4 is still there on the green crate in the middle, so it's going to be something that you're going to have to take out, or they'll pay the consequences.
It's almost the same color and everything. That C4 against the green crate, it's kind of perfect.
Comes the bush, smokes aplenty, and 404 is getting up here pretty far. Poopachu down, Semper with the nade. The shots are ringing out, the trading coming in through the center. The shield duo pushing in, now it's just up to 3 really on his left side. Wicked finds 1, the man in a bit of a shield battle. You see Brastamouth coming in for the flank, he can't get it, and Animal House shut down.
Wow.
Well, I don't know, it's now down to a 1v1. The man sees the res, it does come in. Steven getting it right. Willow, excuse me, getting it right in front of Steven. Now we're back into a 2v2. Poopachu getting picked up. He's got Pat out. Smokes are here. The rifle's ringing out. Steven goes down, and Willow rotates around, gets a res, turning it back into a 2v2.
Wow, these revives are just insane. Uh-oh. Poopachu looking like yep, he's in a lot of trouble. The man all alone in his little metal box. Ooh, but he tags Willow. That was a beautiful tag.
They got a lot of time. 250 on the clock. The man can rotate, maybe snag himself a rifle, get a little bit more effective in the combat department. A lot of time to work with.
We almost had 2 different people cap. It was really sad to see it not succeed. But at what cost, right? More important to get kills and win, ultimately.
Man on a long rotation and should run into 1 defender here. Ready for the tucked in. Low. Oh, yep, here's those. Willow's dropping back too. Doesn't feel comfortable there. Maybe vulnerable.
The man is just so effective with a shield. It's frightening. He's definitely one of the best shield players I've seen.
Yeah, they really gonna want some sort of utility to be able to deal with it. Willow almost finds the side of the man as he's pretty focused on the long hallway. bit of a trade-off. Willow's trying to find the angle with these shots. The man not answering back, can't find his pistol rounds.
He is getting pressured. He only has 90 seconds left to make a win here.
Willow can keep playing with him here. It'll draw the attention away from Semper, who may find an angle on the side. This rotation may cost him. He might be not ready for Semper in this corner here.
Yeah, I don't think he knows that Semper is still alive. He thinks that there's only one left. Oh!
Wow! Blocks the shots to his head. Now he's got Semper down. Willow has to rotate. Gonna be audio cues here for the man. He hears him on the corner. Willow getting a little nervous. 35 seconds on the clock. The clock is ticking down. All Willow has to do is stay and survive. Shots in from the man.
Oh,
Get him
wow.
and his team. Map number 1.
I'm telling you, the man has just got some of the best shield play I've ever seen in the league. I mean,
he pushed that corner. He got surprised, and he ducked down so low that he drew the shield up over his head, and then hit the pistol shots out from underneath it, so that he was essentially. That was a very nice maneuver to push into that corner.
yeah, I mean, just great reaction times from the man. Stellar. Yeah, you hold the shield up and then you shoot their feet out from under them. Ooh, Suburbia. Interesting. So...
Yeah.
I question why Suburbia. And we can get into that in just a moment if you want. I have some stats here all pulled up.
It's a interesting map pick. I guess the short range wouldn't be something I would expect after losing on Cargo like that, but yeah, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm looking at these stats here, and Animal House has played Suburbia 47 times. They've won 28, so they have about 60% win rate on it.
Okay.
However, G-Men have an 80% win rate. They've played this map 15 times and won 12 of them, so we'll see how they spar on Suburbia, but after those really strong shield plays, I kind of question that close nature of the map. That is Suburbia.
Close quarters action should be certainly exciting to watch. I do look forward to it.
Without a doubt. It's going to be bloody and brutal, and I'm going to love every second of it. Seems like both teams are really taking their time and not diving in and not rushing through this. Either way, Cargo was an insane map, and Suburbia has a bit more of a longer range play here. I mean,
Think so?
Cargo. Yeah, I mean, Cargo, it's pretty tiny, all in all. But Suburbia, you can shoot down the street, across the map, you know, and the only thing are the pre-fire lines that some of these teams pull off. The pre-fire is insane. Like, if you know where you need to shoot, you can easily grab like 1 or 2 picks off at the very beginning of the round, which is so strong on a map like this, because you can shoot through hedges on top of that. So It's a fun map,
Yeah.
you know, but the hedges make it really challenging.
I think we are dealing with some tech difficulties, at least on Animal House's side, waiting for that 5th. So we will cut to a brief intermission. We'll be back with map number 2 in no time. Don't go anywhere. We are back with VRML action. Map number 2. Terminator theme song going on there from the G-Men defense. We do appreciate that. It is underway. Animal House on the offense, G-Men on the defense. This is Animal House's map pick, and they are on the back foot. They need to secure this map if they want to advance and take it to a best of 3. Talked about those hedges, and there you see the man putting some rounds through them just to see if he can grab an early rotation and an early move there from Animal House.
Control Flirt Delete just informed me that I am not allowed to do predictions.
No,
on
it's
this
part
map.
of casting. You have to. You're not. People are getting confused on how this thing works. Predictions are not curses. Curses are when you say how things are going to happen. If you are asked to predict the game, you have to, as a caster, that's something that every single caster does in the history of casting. to predict what the outcome is going to be. So that is not something that we're going to not do. Okay. I predicted that G-Man would take the series. Wookie said Animal House, and here we are. If anything, Wookie is wrong. He's not cursed, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad I was wrong. For once. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Predictions are not, that's not how it works. Cursing is like, this guy's going to, yeah, they're going to have this happen, and it happens.
Yeah, like cursing the play
Yes.
that's about to unfold, right.
Calling the score, you know, if you predict the exact score line, maybe go in the line there. We can't.
But to predict who's going to take it, that's fair game.
Have to allow.
Yeah. Broad strokes.
Freedom. Can't let Buxton Magic take everything.
I wonder if Steven and Poopachu are going to see each other. Poopachu's just looking right at Steven, but he doesn't realize it.
Pinsky's trying to get Wicked Hex's attention with waves, and yeah, they are awfully close here. If you see shifting in the shrubs, and then he'll take those shots. I don't think he spotted anything out, though.
Oh,
yeah,
he's crouching. Oh, did he call him out?
Yeah, I think he did. Next.
Steven heard that call out, though, and he's looking for it.
I think that Zach doesn't have as good an angle here. Really hope he's actually the only one defending this, the east and the west rotations around the backside. Will-O-Wisp spots him out, and they trade. Turns things into a 4v4, and they've lost the one that's covering the push from the front door, so they can certainly crash in from all sorts of different angles. 404 in his forward position getting picked off by Wicked Hex, and now it's up to Brass to Mouth. He's the next one up in line.
It's funny, 404 was watching that corner so well, and the second he looked away, that's when Wicked Hex came around the corner and took him out. Just the Onward gods.
You know, the exact same thing happened to Lipinski as soon as he dropped his angle. Gets picked off. Steven finds one. He's going to charge right up the stairs. He's feeling good. Gets another. Poopachu's all alone. The fortunate trade from the man, saving the round 4 now.
It's getting dicey. One defender against 2.5 men. Oh, whoops. Shouldn't have said that. 2 people and a downed person. Sorry, don't come at us, NBC. Or whoever owns that show. Our Semper, though, is looking for Poopachu. That's a good angle for our Semper to hold. I wonder if he's going to hold it long enough to see him.
Because Poopachu really has to focus on staying very low if he is going to kind of keep rotating around here in this upper floor. When a res coming in from Lipinski, that's going to turn it into a 3v1. I wonder if Animal House are thinking cap, because it's certainly not really, it's not really an option right now.
You know, I would love to see them pull off a cap in this, under these conditions, but this is such a hard objective to. If he's sitting on the objective, you're not going to cap. You're just going to get a kill victory at best, unless somebody can like distract him and then they cap on the stairs. I've seen it happen.
The hush before the push. They are running out of time. 38 seconds. If Poopachu denies this 2-man entry, it's going to be tough for Animal House to do something. That long rotation, I think Semper realizes he's coming to join the 3-man squad. Wicked goes up, he goes down. Lipinski goes up, he goes down. Poopachu's holding with the LMG. He keeps pumping rounds out, and Semper runs into it.
They just walked in. They all panicked at the same exact moment.
They waited too long. The time limit forced their hand. They had to push up the stairs once those 2 died. Our Semper didn't have maybe 20 seconds to work with. He could have waited just a hair longer for those LMG rounds to stop firing, but wow. Poopachu with the big LMG mag saves the round for G-Men.
Those LMG mags are built for those exact moments right there. When you're the last defender on the objective, and you just don't have time to reload ever. But the situation demands 100 bullets. That is just. I don't think they realized where he was shooting them from. Like, they seem to be pre-firing the corner up on top of the stairs. You know, they really couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And that was compounded by the fact that there was a bad flash thrown earlier. It got stuck on the stairs.
Utility not coming into play there like they would have hoped. But either way, a bit of a miraculous hold there from Poopachu, keeping G-Men well in the lead as they now take map number 2's lead, 1-0.
You know, for this map, I do kind of predict that G-Men are going to take this. Just based on how well they are playing tonight, especially with some really great shield plays. So I wonder how G-Men are going to come into this. Are they going to have a shield? We shall see.
Yeah, that duo is certainly something that they're going to have to watch out for. We are going to have a shield here, though, from the squad today, at least on this round. Maybe with a different objective, they'll want to bring out that shield, but either way.
You know, it makes the most sense to me. You know, Caster since 2020, right? But, you know, middle house objective is just ripe for a good shield play maneuver.
You would think going up the stairs, being able to kind of get free looks at the entire defense would be a good option.
Yeah, exactly.
What I do find interesting is how G-Men have varying offensive styles. They'll sometimes come in quick, fast, coordinated with the smokes. They'll sometimes play it patient, kind of wait out the round a little bit. Their timing seems to be pretty on point.
I know, it's impressive. They've got all the different tempos nailed down. I think that's just what happens when you've been playing, you know, a few seasons together. You just kind of you get into a rhythm with everybody. And sometimes slow is fast. So maybe they start off slow on a map like Suburbia. You got to be careful because of all the hedges.
Yep.
And so you slowly get in position, and then when that mark is given, everyone runs in, right? All at once. So we'll see how this plays out.
I said I'd
so far, it's
I said I'd turn on lasers for map number 2.
Oh, yeah, people love their lasers.
Dirty up my screen with your big lines. It does help identify where they're looking. You can see the man is trained right onto our Semper's position here.
I think it's really smart having Zach back here at the red car just to make sure there's no flankers coming around. Animal House are known to be strong flankers, especially as a Volk.
Yeah, and to your point, at 4 minutes now, they are starting to push up, so they're not taking it too terribly slow, but you'd like to be up, at least up by our Semper by the 3-minute mark, I would think. Oh, what an angle from Wicked Hex, shooting behind the curtain. That is a great spot there. Finds himself a nice kill. Now Semper's position is known.
Semper in trouble over here. Oh, the man tagged Semper, but Zach, I don't know if Zach can get in there for a refrag quick enough.
Semper's going to be ready for the second one here. Zach Fontaine has his eyes trained in here.
Anticipation's killing me. There it is. Beautiful refrag by Zach. Now they are alerted to him, though. Wicked Hex, I wonder if he's going to have a line on Zach any moment now. Wow.
Some big pickups here for G-Men, evening the odds. Brass to mouth confirming Nolamite. Now it's a 2v2, and I don't think Zach has eyes on Wicked. Wicked's a huge role in defense right now. He has to pick off Zach because it's going to come down to Brass and Willow inside, and Actually, you know what? It might just come down to Brass and Willow inside. If Brass kills Willow, that's going to be Brass punching in the code.
I don't know. I'm worried about Zach. I think he might get... As I say that, they exchange gunfire, but he's still alive.
Brass rotates around, finds the head of Wicked. Nice duo teamwork coming in here, and now it's all down to Willow in a 1v2, but saw G-Men hold with just one in there, so I'm sure Willow can do that.
That was great communication coming out between them on G-Men's side. He just got that frag immediately after Zach called it out. You know, Willow's positioning here is suspect, you know, because like that table is not bulletproof. So I never like to hide behind the table.
Interesting. Yeah, you should, if anything, hide behind the objective that is bulletproof.
Exactly. Not to mention those wooden banisters on the stairs are actually feels like they're bulletproof too sometimes when you're engaging with people. You got massive hitboxes, but the stairs are just hard. Stairs are difficult on Suburbia, Middle House.
Even if you have utility, as we've saw, getting nades up to that second floor is also in itself a pretty big challenge.
Yeah. Those windows are really effective at blocking anything you throw in there.
Imagine if those windows were open.
That would be nice.
Nading possibilities would be very numerous. Oops, coming in here. If anything, they're doing some good job of audio suppression. You saw Brass try and throw his flash into the window. That didn't get through. Almost if the game's reading our minds. And here comes the push. Zach and Brass going to charge up.
Zach's going to try and cap it on the stairs. Oh, but Brass wasn't...
Yeah, Brass wasn't holding. Willow did find the kill, but he didn't hold that trigger down like Poopachu did, and Brass them out, able to find the refrag. G-Men push their lead up 2-0.
Very well played by G-Men. They almost got that stair cap that I mentioned. It's so hard. You gotta get it up at just the right amount. It's got to be on the second floor, so you can literally raise your hand up there and technically cap.
Pretty exciting series, though. Despite the scoreline, it's been a lot of good, engaging rounds. And Animal House have put up a pretty good fight. I mean, they've had some of their defensive rounds they've come out with 5 still alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming down to the wire on Suburbia, right? I mean, it's like usually 1 to 2 people are left alive. It's definitely not like a blowout like we saw in Cargo on occasion.
Does look like round number 2 is underway. It nearly missed the start of that one. Didn't hear the countdown timer, so we'll go ahead and give you an overhead look. And, it does look like we had some issues.
Some horrible situation.
Are you kidding me? Why would you guys fucking... How does that make sense? If I can't move, why would you not kill me? And
Steven's a little upset. I don't blame him.
You see that? I'm not... Oh my god. I'm not even gonna do it.
Yeah, I hate to see it more than a team kill when the whole squad doesn't reset.
I wonder if G-Men will gentlemen's code it and allow B round, because we can change scores.
This is true.
But
I wonder.
We can't change. It does mess with sides, maps, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
It gets a little sloppy. But hey, if they agree to it, then
We'll see
it's
what
all
happens.
fair game.
We'll see what happens. Either way, Steven looks like for now he's going to try and play it out alone.
I mean, if Steven pulls this off, how amazing would that be? He's doing a pretty good job of like throwing utility around that he got from his buddies, and
I think B-Men are on to something here, though. Brass to Mouth is a little... He's clearly
yeah,
has his interest
he's confused.
peaked. Yeah.
He's like, why am I able to get this far without seeing anybody? What is going on?
I bet you he's starting to suspect a bug has occurred at some point here, because he's... Yeah, you got to be wondering what is happening. If anything,
You don't hear
Steven
anything.
might find an easy kill here.
Oh, smoke comes out by the tank. And he saw Brass. Brass is repositioning now around the back of the middle house. Look at Steven is just throwing all
Yeah.
he's looted so many utility items from his teammates and just using them all. I love it. What else would you do in this situation, right?
To be honest, I would try and get all the smokes. I would bring them up to as close objective as I can. And then I would try and thickly smoke objective. And then try and prone my way in. Just make something magic happen, you know? See if you can pull something off.
Yeah. I wonder if Poopa Juice saw him through the fence.
You too, because Steven...
I think 404 heard him.
Oh, true.
I think 404 heard him, and I think Poopachu called him out. So well,
it's
let's
the
see if
start.
Steven can. Yeah. I wonder if Steven can Jason Bourne this. Or I guess a Mandalorian it. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever Lone Ranger you want to go with, that's what he's got to pull off.
The Mandalorian likes odds of 4-1. So, Zach sees Steven. I wonder if he could shoot his feet under the Humvee.
I don't think he can because the tires are blocking vision there. Steven can't find the winning trade against Zach, and in a very awkward moment, G-Men find themselves with 1 kill and a round win.
Yeah. So I wonder why they... I don't see Steven in the lobby. Oh, wait, sorry, not Steven. Yeah, who is that not on G-Men? Zach. I don't see Zach anywhere.
Well, all we can do is patiently wait, see if we get any DMs, if any of the players want to do anything about scoreline or anything like that. Otherwise, we're going to assume that that's an unfortunate circumstance for Animal House and G-Men have a 3-0 lead. Rules are in place for scenarios like that, and there are ways to fix the issue if it does occur, but clearly they didn't handle it properly as Steven was not able to disconnect himself when he wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, that is something that will keep me up at night, you know, during like one of the most important games of the, you know, it's the early season. You don't want stupid mistakes like that holding back your team.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, considering a tough loss recently against beginners in that challenge match, then have another tough loss against G-Men. It's 2 high-tier opponents that you lose back-to-back. It's not exactly optimal on the morale.
Yeah, exactly. And it does not seem that the man wants to do that over, so they are going to roll with it.
Okay.
Which they have every right to.
Yep.
It's just a You just hate to see it.
It's in the rules. It's how it works. But yeah, I mean, you have 15 seconds to kill yourself or and your entire team, and it'll reset the round within the game. You know, so that you can avoid all the scenarios of different objectives and repeat objectives. And you know, understandably, you don't want that to happen. You don't want to have to defend middle house again, right? After doing it well twice, you don't want to have to go back there. And so I understand both sides, how it probably feels, but
I would just like to point out, if Steven had just killed himself, I believe there's...
Steven, I think, was the one that was bugged. They all killed themselves. Steven unbugged, and then he spawned in.
Right, but in comp lobbies, I believe you have 10 seconds after the round starts, technically, to still reset it. So if he had just killed himself, they would have reset. So I don't think he knew that.
Yeah. Well, you can see Animal House not too rattled. They know what they're up against. They have to win this round if they want to stay in this series. Because right now, G-Men are trying to snag round number 4. They found Nolamite on the side. Nice shots from Poopachu, and it's an early 5v4 for G-Men.
Yikes! Not looking good for Animal House right now. Still pretty early on, though. I can't speak to the outcome of the round, but definitely don't want to be 4-5 as a defender.
No. We do have eyes right in on Poopachu's position.
It looks like Animal House are watching all the right angles, at least. I give them that.
Yeah, they got a good defensive setup. This objective, in particular, is not necessarily one that's hard to defend. There are some vulnerabilities to it, but there are easy defensive positions to take to prevent Cap from coming in. And I don't think G-Men necessarily have Cap in mind.
Yeah, this is one of those deceptive objectives. It's easy to defend, but it's also easy to assume that your teammate is watching a certain angle, and someone could just, you know, crawl right in through smoke and Cap right from under you. G-Men playing it extra safe this time.
Yeah, we're not seeing any crazy aggression. Poopachu able to find Steven, the LMG coming into play again for him over there. And here comes the moves from 404 and Zach Fontaine. They're making their way up here through the smoke. Semper has eyes in through the smoke. Does find 404 inside of it. He was looking, I think, for Zach Fontaine up over the top.
Semper just spraying that smoke and not finding 404's body as it screams in agony. It sounds dark, but it was really funny, guys.
Zach
trust me.
Picking up Willow. The smokes are thick. The distraction is out. Animal House are down to 2.
There's such good smokes on the OBJ right now that it's almost sad that no one's capping. But I don't blame him.
From Lipinski, a huge nade toss. Wow, that was almost devastating to this G-Men offense. That almost got both here.
The man utilizing every square inch of this map to the best of his ability here.
And this LMG doing some work on this side. He's found 3. He's going to look for the 4th. He gets it. Poopachu MVP on Suburbia. G-Men take the series in map 2 4-0. We just watched all of his kills in 2 rounds. 3 on the stairs, 4 right there.
Jeez, man. Poopachu, 7-1. It's just epic. Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things where, you know, it's for Animal House, you just gotta keep your head up and move on. don't let it wear you down. It's unfortunate that it happened, but
It'd be tough for map number 3 going to Star. I think we talked about this map being one that both squads are good on, if I remember the stats correctly.
Yeah, they basically have the same exact win percentage on this map, and it's for both teams their most played.
Yeah, I mean, but G-Men coming in to Season 9 very strong. To take down Globochem and then to beat Animal House like this after they've been looking so good this season, they are definitely looking like a team to beat in Season 9. Their strategies are good, their coordination is really good, and I think that the roster being the same for so many seasons is why their coordination is so on point.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Animal House, they're looking great as well, but G-Men just have that consistency that a lot of other teams don't quite have, unlike Globo and Beginners, the other guys that really stick together. Although Globo has had a few new players, so I shouldn't really say that as an example.
Hop into round number 1 of map 3. The series into the hands of G-Men as they now go on the offense on map their choice. Cap's got to be on your mind right now, right?
Yeah, G-Men have nothing to lose. They're probably gonna go for Caps.
One behind kill room. I may have got him. That window. That fence hitbox may have saved him. I don't know.
I don't know what 404 is doing over here. He's just got to stand it up on the scaffolding. Just,
I think he's
just hanging out.
I think he's looking over towards Nolamite's position.
You want to turn on lasers and?
I'm watching. I got those lasers.
Oh yeah. But... Nice. Looks like 404 might be hunting Steven over here. Where is Steven? Oh, okay, that's where he is.
Yeah, he's tucked into that pretty standard position there.
Yeah.
I would anticipate G-Men being prepared for this, but it can also catch you off guard. It's, not everybody takes it, and if you don't check the angle, obviously it's a pretty good spot to be in, so we'll see. We'll see if Steven can catch one off guard here.
In the middle of the craziness of everything, the firefights going off, you might overlook it. .404 creeping ever closer to Steven.
Waiting for this to happen. Yeah.
I know. He is completely silent, though. I don't know if he's going to hear him. The trouble with doing this is once you give your position away, you might get flanked from nowhere, or from out of nowhere. But it's still good to be silent. Oh, is he going to drop down right in front of Steven?
Going to try. Looked like he was thinking about it.
Does Steven make noise at 404 hears? I don't know if he heard him.
Yeah, I don't think... Don't know. He
Wow.
might soon, though. Steven is moving out here.
It's like watching a scene from the Pink Panther. I know there's something else. There's probably something else going on right now, and I'm totally missing it. I'm just fixated on the Steven 404. Oh, Brass to Mouth is also slowly walking in.
40-year-olds watching this.
Yeah, I know. Let me just date myself. Ooh, he even finds Brass to Mouth, but 404 is going to totally refrag him.
Ready for that one. Scoops him up, and Animal House now down to 2 after all the picks that have rung out across the map.
Well, really well played by 404. It was because he stayed silent the whole time that he had no idea he was up there. And Steven lost, let his guard down.
404 letting his guard down inside that building. Lipinski able to peek around the corner and catch one. The smokes are out. Zach is moving up towards objective. I wonder if he could cap it under the nose of Lipinski. Phonic also going to be one checking here, and he can't. Lipinski goes down. Phonic aware of the dangers of the cap. He's got his eyes on it.
The man slowly coming in. I think he's going to come right around. Oh, but G-Men kill everybody, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Poopachu too bloodthirsty after the round on Cargo finds that kill. And yeah, it looks like the man was going to try and tuck in around that corner and punch in the code. He might have found enough time, but either way, G-Men take the Marsoc round, keep charging forward in the series and push themselves up. I think that's 5 unanswered points.
Yeah. 5 unanswered points is no joke. That's got to be demoralizing. Like I said, you got to keep your head up. You can't let the previous rounds affect the future rounds. I mean, it's really hard. It's very easy to say and very hard to actually do it. Get your head back into the game. Can't write off Animal House just yet, though. I mean, they have a really strong offensive play most of the time. And, I mean, both teams are really good at this map. So I have a feeling this might go to, like, a 4-3 decider of some sort.
Yeah, Animal House have been battling it up against this G-Men squad pretty dang good. Unfortunate round going off in that Suburbia, I think, kind of tipped the tides of that map. But, yeah, they have an opportunity here to bounce back, grab a Marsoc round of their own, and try and swing this map around, because the overall scoreline isn't too far separated right now. If they can just prevent rounds from going onto the G-Men's side and get this map, their MMR loss is going to be minimal, and they'll have a bit of a lesser impact going for the rest of this season.
Absolutely. And I mean, that I gotta say, that was a really strong push by G-Men, and I didn't really say that or acknowledge it, but I gotta say, like, they did a great slow push on that objective last round.
Whoa, 404 getting quick and aggressive. Now he's behind Animal House's offense. Phonic aware of this and a little bit concerned. Misses shots. 404 is up on the stairs.
Oh, man. It's another one of those moments between 404 and then an enemy teammate.
Yeah, right.
404 seems to be really good at this.
Pushes off of the comms, uses the lack of focus from Phonic there as a means to push. And now Lipinski, well aware of 404's position, has his eyes trained in. 404 not going to risk pushing in through the center, and this rotation may actually find himself a few more kills.
This is really throwing a wrench into Animal House's offensive play here. This one defender is just causing so much havoc. He's already taken out 2. Ooh, Nolamite finds the man. I think the mini market is now wide open.
Yeah, he's found kind of a nice gap. He's essentially into a 1v3 now, considering how far away 404 is and how he's rotating around. So depending on what Nolamite can string together here, some magic may be able to happen for Animal House.
Yeah, Poopachu watching that northern corridor, well, the exit to it, or entrance, whatever you want to say it is. So I wonder if Poopachu and Nolamite are going to see each other Semper, man.
Pretty big pick. Now it's a 2v2 on objective. 404 has to get back here, and you do see him on a very long rotation, trying to get here in time. Semper finds one. Nolamite needs to grab Poopachu here, and he does. Now Semper has objective open.
This is the danger of having a flanker, but 404 is going to come at the right place at the right time, and I think... but he misses Semper. He's in such a panic to crash that he just missed him, but Semper saw him. Semper is now stalking 404.
404 charging in here, unsure if anybody's capping, calling out some numbers to throw a wrench in their plans. Doesn't find one. Semper finds 404 in the smokes, though, and Animal House answer back for the first time in 5 rounds.
Good for them. You know, I don't want them to just give up. I like to see this fight that they're putting up, especially after Suburbia. The tragedy that was Suburbia was unfortunate. But it happens. At least it's just week 3, folks. You know, you got plenty of weeks to make up for that kind of silly mistakes and whatnot.
Yeah, you look at the overall rounds played, I think Animal House are up to 5 games, and this is G-Men's 3rd. So depending on how you approach the season, you can end up playing a lot of games or very few. And yeah, it's interesting how it can impact your overall MMR. I think because Animal House have had more games, the loss obviously won't be as critical to them as it would have been to G-Men who have only played 2 so far.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of getting all the challenges in early. Something my team has been struggling to do. You know, it's hard when people have lives. Doubly hard when you live on the West Coast and everyone's on West Coast time, so.
Yeah. Agreed. Round number 3 of map 3. If you are tuning in, the series is into the hands of G-Men already after securing maps 1 and 2, 4-2, and 4-0. But now we're into Bazaar, and things are pretty tied up, as we would expect based off of the win-loss ratios between both teams.
Steven found 404 in a pretty good spot. I think, you know, this is one of the harder locations to snipe from.
Yeah, he tried to go and get the angle on his Zach. Zach was already waiting for it, though, especially after that pick from the 2nd floor. And we're into a 4v4. Steven is resable, though. But
Nolamite's positioning here, it's pretty brave. It's really pushed up, but it might pay off. Man, Nolamite just happens to be in the right area. The entire G-Men push is on this side of the map. And he's right here to cut it off. Ooh, he does get the revive.
Yeah, he could get over aggressive, though, and end up getting caught out. Steven able to get picked up instantly and find Zach Fontaine. He's probably been watching him the whole time he was down. And here's the aggression from Animal House, throwing G-Men off on their offensive round. They're down to 3 with all 5 alive from Animal House.
Our Semper's watching this eastern flank. I wonder if Poopachu is going to see him or if they just kind of miss each other.
Was Nolamite. Oh, the man found Nolamite getting aggressive. Brass finds Steven, and G-Men turn the tables just like that.
G-Men have been landing some beautiful headshots on this map. I just gotta acknowledge it.
Oh no!
Oh, at least he's not dead. Just slightly dead.
He gets picked up. Poopachu finds 2, and
wow.
he has been getting some huge kills with that LMG today.
What dumb luck. You know, it's just you give yourself away, shooting your teammate, you revive said teammate, and then there's an attacker just waiting for you to come around the corner. Poor Phonic is all alone on the objective.
I think he's holding a pretty good angle. Unless they do invest one rotating around to the backside. He has to go, yeah, do exactly what he was trying to do. Brass was ready for it. Picks off Phonic. G-Men take the lead.
They just keep answering back to each other in a very consistent manner. I like it. This is a very difficult map, folks. If you're new to Onward, let me tell you, this is a hard map. That also happens to be one of my favorite. One of, keyword. Yeah, but that push by Nolamite, getting out there early, he, you know, if things went his way a bit more, he could have completely cut off that G-Man push from the southwest. Unfortunately, he just got a little too antsy. He heard everyone communicating, and I don't know. He just got picked off, and unfortunately, I missed that part.
I did too. You know, you can hold that streak for quite a while too, though. I just don't know why he felt the need to keep pressing and try and get back there on the south side.
Yeah, there's no reason to go as far as he did. Like, he was great by that dumpster. So yeah, he just got a little overconfident, I think, on that play. And then, you know, it was looking pretty even right up there until the team kill and team revive tragedy that happened on the North Street. It was all looking pretty close until that happened.
Now taking a bit of time between rounds. I think that was the full minute and a half. Animal House clearly dedicating a little time into picking up a strategy or something to go up against G-Men on this Coyote defense. It's certainly one that does have Cap as an opportunity, considering you can punch in the code from the second floor.
Yeah, this is one of the more difficult ones to defend, just because there's so many avenues to capturing that objective. Animal House with that quick spawn. That closer spawn, I should say, in the southwest, and they're just rushing into it. Is that mirrored spawns, actually?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it might have been. Those always feel like the most even when both teams have the same exact obstacles. Have a nice 2-2-1 split coming from Animal House right now. Taking it nice and slow through the courtyard on the northwest side. Flipinski finds Brass right through the window, and Zach gonna get the refrag. He's kind of like holding back a little bit. Trying to be really careful not to expose himself.
Patience here. I wonder if they heard the drop down.
Yeah, I mean, they have a strong push coming in from the northwest, but...
Ready for Zach on the corner. Flipinski looking for the refrag. He does find it. A nice tag up.
Wow. The man threw a really strong grenade. Wow, it takes out Flipinski.
That was out the window.
Yeah, from North Kia, or the West Kia upstairs. All the way out there.
Into the window. It's also hard to get them out.
The man must not play with an index, because I'm telling you right now, I don't think you could throw that with an index. The amount of times I've had a grenade stuck to my pinky finger when I throw it is, well, it's a lot, you know? So it doesn't quite go where I want it to all the time. But Steven over here in the market, well, about to go into the market. He's playing it so safe. I don't blame him. Market's really dangerous push. But it's so advantageous when you can peek through the cracks like he's doing right now. Oh, those communications coming out of Steven. He knows exactly where the man is.
Our round turning into a nice, good back and forth. The man not able to prevent shots from coming in from both sides. Steven finds his back exposed. 404 hears those in the center. He should be aware of this position. Also aware of Nolamite trying to press the stairs. 404 is kind of caught between two attackers right now.
Oh, look to your right, 404. Ah, Nolamite comes in, taking out 404. Poopachu's crashing on the objective.
Oh no, is he going to do it again? He's got one. Can't find Phonic. Phonic able to secure the kill. Poopachu can't clutch it 2 times in a row, and the score maintains to be even, 2-2.
Man, I had a feeling this would be a really close game between these guys.
Yeah, I'm really honestly surprised by the 4-0 on Suburbia, and you know,
I am too.
As we mentioned, I just think that if there hadn't, what if that third round had been a victory for Animal House, the momentum starts to shift, and we've seen them come back from 2-0 deficits just in this series alone. So, a bit of an unfortunate scoreline maybe there for Animal House, but they're looking really good now on Bazaar, as we would expect of this matchup.
This is my favorite objective on this map. I love this little alleyway here. The Humvee objective. Of all the objectives, this feels like the most, I don't know, Black Hawk Down-ish or something.
Sure. Yeah, it's really feels like in the heart.
Oh, there. Action. There I go dating myself again. All right, here we go. Interesting defensive smokes coming out of Volk. Unfortunately, lands on a shack and is completely pointless.
404 pumping some rounds out to Nolamite, who's gotten a bit of aggressive moves going on here. Manages to cross the street and get up into the front of Bazaar.
If I was Nolamite, I'd be so scared right now. There's 2 attackers rotating, and you know that they're going to line him up and try and take out Nolamite because his position was called out. It is not safe for Nolamite to just sit here. G-Men taking their time, though, on that northeast. They know Nolamite's there, but they're not going to rush to take him out, which is a smart move. People get tunnel vision, and that's how you get a few pickups on certain lines that go across the map. Like G-Men are pushing really hard across the map right now over in the northeast. And, you know, any defender can just shoot down the street and see that cross.
I wonder why the C4 is here. That catches someone.
Oh, it's on the milk. Yeah. It's on the milk carton. Yeah, it's weird. So I guess it's for when he falls back.
Hidden well.
I guess it is hidden very well. I would never suspect on a milk carton that a C4 would be there. Zach and Poopachu are ready to cross now. I wonder if Nolamite's not even looking the right way.
Steven trying to suppress through the smokes. Brass rotates around through kill room and finds him through the window. Animal House down 1 now, and G-Men have managed to cross the street already. Or Phonic
Zach
finishes them off.
Zach is going to shoot Nolamite right here. There it is.
That's a huge pick. That saved the man. The man was actively being shot at by Nolamite.
Wow.
The really nice pickup. Now comes the push from G-Men. They are going to get control of the East. Brass is coming in through the center under this suppressive fire.
Wow.
He's going to try and sneak in and cap here. If he kills Lipinski, he's got an opportunity. No, he doesn't. He tries to find Semper. Semper, the savior of the round so far. Lipinski goes down. The man finds Phonic, and now it's all down to the one survivor inside objective building.
I can't believe Lipinski isn't confirming the kill.
I think he's too nervous to push out from this area.
Oh, he thinks he's pinned, but yeah. Well, now he is definitely pinned. Oh man, if there isn't a cap here, I'll be shocked. G-Men are just set up so well for this cap.
Oh, Lipinski using the smokes to his advantage. Actually, ducks inside him, gets one kill. The man.
Oh man,
Finds his. And
that
Zach,
was so.
Yeah, Zach was there. He was trying to cap. The man didn't need to get that kill.
That was so close. Yeah, but what you gonna do, you know?
Yeah. Like we always say, it's hard to train your brain to not do what you've been doing for so many hours. So
Exactly.
I understand.
Yeah, like, what do you think went wrong there for Animal House? I think they just got maybe too extended or something.
Yeah. A lot of it
No,
comes
yeah.
down to those picks, you know, and you can just stay tight on defense, avoid early picks in the round. It becomes so much harder to approach objective if you don't have that extra advantage. If you have to deal with 5 still alive as you're trying to make your final push, you know, that's the toughest situation to deal with. And you see Globochem do the teams that are good against playing against beginners do this well. They stay tucked in on their defense. They don't let beginners find the early picks. You know,
Right.
And they wait for that final minute push to have all 5 alive to be able to defend from the 5 from beginners. So I don't know. It's just differing strategies. Some teams like to get aggressive. They like to find those picks early, and some like to stay tucked in. I just don't think we're seeing any shifting based off of G-Men's play style. Animal House are just trying to beat G-Men, and so far G-Men have been able to come out ahead as we hop into round number 5, 6?
5, 6.
Wasn't a cap. Not a cap this round.
No cap yet. But man, Animal House have to do something. They can't keep answering back. They got to take the lead here. Otherwise, G-Men are going to win this. All they have to do is put up a very strong defense against Animal House right now. So
Talked about seeing shields on Suburbia. We didn't. We didn't talk about seeing shields on Bazaar, but Nolamite's got one.
wow. Uh-oh, Zach getting Phonic. He's only down though. So he can't get a revive. I wonder if Semper will go to it. Or maybe Nolamite? Nope. Steven's calling the revive out.
Oh, look at how fast they're moving here. The shield's already pushed up. Nolamite's here at Blue Room. It might force a rotation from G-Men. Zach goes down to Lipinski, and now Animal House looking good on the offense. 5 alive to the 3 of G-Men.
Oh man, the man messed up his grenade. Nolamite calling him out. Egging him on is like, yeah, blow yourself up.
Brass did get over there and get the res. LMG fire coming in a bit too late.
Yeah, that was a great res. The man calling out shield Blue Room.
Yeah, you can see G-Men getting hectic here. A lot of rotating going on in this inside defense as they try and prevent the cap and the push from coming in on the backside. Brass nearly getting picked off as he goes to throw a C4. Does find Steven over the shield of Nolamite.
I was just about to comment on how good Nolamite's position is, or he could just call out positions with that shield and not have to worry about anything. But then the gunner came up and kind of blew his cover.
Brass is getting aggressive here on Lipinski and try and catch him out in the center. Oh, he's going to be able to do this too. I don't think Phonic's going to catch him on the cross, so he has made it across the street.
Lipinski not ready for Brassamouth here.
Almost crosses the, almost catches the cross too. Tries to snap and find it. Nolamite calling this all out as he sees it. And Animal House trying to pinch in. Nolamite does go down with the shield. That's a huge asset gone for Animal House now on this push.
It's basically all up to Semper and the, who else is up? Phonic on that southwest approach here, which is a pretty strong approach. Southwest is no easy task to defend. I mean, there's a lot of good hiding spots you could utilize as an attacker. Brass is just looking everywhere for Phonic. He knows he's around here somewhere. Smoke's coming out of Semper, though. I wonder if that's going to throw the defense into a bit of a flurry. Brass found Phonic. It's a beautiful headshot.
Ooh, and Semper
Brass
almost gets picked off.
Oh my god, it was so close. Now Semper's kind of trapped. Ah.
Brass to mouth,
There it is.
securing G-Men map number 3, the series overall, and the final kill. Scoreline pretty good in the favor of G-Men as they end up winning 12-4.
Man.
Coming into this, it's not necessarily what we expected. I was anticipating a much closer series, at least, because Animal House have been looking very good this season with the new additions from Mob Squad. They are looking like a very strong team. They were undefeated until their challenge against Beginners, and I almost wonder if that Beginners challenge maybe shook them a little bit, because here against G-Men, we had a similar scoreline.
I agree. I mean, they came out strong against SMC. I was really impressed with how well they played against them. And then they played Beginners, and it was like a reality check. And I think
well, you know, it brings up a good discussion point.
they're looking pretty strong at the start here, and I think they're gonna have to regroup a little bit, get their heads together, and figure out what went wrong.
Yeah, well, it's man, it's certainly important to note that I think a lot of teams are experiencing some pretty big shakeups in rosters, some changes in how they're going to play. SMC is not necessarily the SMC of old. They've lost some key players, and so
Very true.
You know, you have to take a look at some of these teams that were so historically used to dominating the league. They may just not be in that same position anymore, which is why it's exciting to watch mid-tier matchups, why it's exciting to watch teams like Animal House come out of the gate so strong. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing how they react to a couple of losses, because that definitely is a telling thing for a team. And so, you know, I'm curious to see how they bounce back. Either way, G-Men looking good today. The winner, the champion, they are, I think, undefeated so far with their 3 matches this season. And I'm just going to say they're the team to beat in Season 9 right now.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, they are. G-Men are so good. I was watching them play in the semifinals last season and during the finals, and they played really good. So it's you know, they're going to be terrifying this season, no doubt about it.
I think that's going to be it from us here on the desk. A shout out to everybody tuning in and dropping bits. We do appreciate the support. If you are just stopping by, hit that follow button. We have tons of Onward VRML action to come for the rest of this season right here on this channel and on VR Master League, or Onward Master League 2, our second Twitch channel, where we'll broadcast additional games. We'll also be bringing up your favorite rookie casters through Master League 3. If you want to see them casting games in the next few weeks, that's where they'll be getting their training in, so always go in there and support the new additions to the casting crew. With that, we'll be signing off. My name's NightFiree with 2 E's, my co-caster Wookie with just 1. Thank you for joining us tonight.